You know, there were legitimately people last night on social media, human beings, who thought whatever we watched on Raw last night was a good show. I really don't understand how people are this unintelligent. I want you guys to picture this. We're going from Sunday to Monday. Royal Rumble happened on Sunday. WWE let all their creative juices out. Seth Rollins wins the men's Royal Rumble. Becky Lynch wins the women's Royal Rumble, and WWE tries to be creative on the way for Becky Lynch to win and headline, quote-unquote, WrestleMania, giving the fans what they want. Finn Balor and Brock Lesnar had an excellent match last night for what it was, or on Sunday night, rather. All the creative juices that WWE put into 7 hours of the Royal Rumble. I want you to picture a freshly squeezed orange. Several oranges trying to fill up a tall glass of orange juice in the morning. I want you to look at every single one of those oranges, man. Squeezed till you can't squeeze no more. You look at that glass of orange juice, that was everything that Royal Rumble was, quote unquote. You look at the oranges, the poor little oranges that were sacrificed to fill this glass, squeezed of every last drop. And that was Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw represented the oranges that were completely out of juice. Nothing was left but the pulp. I truly don't understand how people are this fucking stupid to actually think that this was a good... Do you know what you got last night? Do you know what you got last night? 3 weeks from the Elimination Chamber. 3. Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins in the closing of Monday Night Raw. Same thing he does every time he's got a big pay-per-view. Let's go on a barrage of F5s. How many F5s did Seth Rollins get last night? 5? Brock Lesnar said, fuck you, 5 times. Then we got Baron Corbin versus Kurt Angle. May I ask why? What does this have to do with anything going into the Elimination Chamber, or better yet, WrestleMania? Did they even cross paths in the Royal Rumble? Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre, for all you Braun Strowman elitists out there. For all you Braun Strowman super fans out there, right? You want Braun in the main event of WrestleMania? You want Braun as the Universal Champion? You think Braun Strowman's getting shafted? WWE gave you a WrestleMania main event match. WWE, Vince, gave you his proposed WrestleMania main event last night on Raw between Strowman and McIntyre. How did that end up for you, folks? How did that end up for you? If you fell asleep there in the match, I wouldn't have blamed you. And then what we get after the fucking match was over? A beatdown that WWE has done 3 different times in the last 4 months. If it wasn't with Ziggler and The Shield, it was with Strowman and Ziggler, McIntyre, Lashley, Corbin, all the same beatdown, the same fucking thing, the same steps that are used to be stepped on to get into this piece of shit ring on Monday nights. The same fucking thing. Same beatdown, same characters, same everything. Oh, but Monday Night Raw was great, man. Did you forget? What Monday Night Raw are you watching? Believe it or not, I know what I'm watching. I'm watching garbage. I'm watching garbage. If this is a company that is set to give us WrestleMania 35, I have absolutely zero faith in anything. This was a fallout show. This was a pay-per-view weekend. And this was a Monday Night Raw to follow a pay-per-view weekend. The Royal Rumble of all fucking pay-per-views. And this is what we got. Elias versus fucking Jeff Jarrett again. With Road Dogg coming down singing, "With My Baby Tonight." Remember, this is the Elimination Chamber build now. 3 weeks till the Elimination Chamber. No, but Raw was great last night, right? Raw was really entertaining. I'm not here for entertainment. I'm on the road to WrestleMania. Who the fuck wants it? Do you want it or do you not want it? And we're singing "With My Baby Tonight." As if the Royal Rumble appearance by Jeff Jarrett wasn't enough. People, I'm flabbergasted. I did not even bring myself to do a fucking review last night because I was A, incredibly fucking pissed off. B, this show gave me a fucking aneurysm. C, I'm going to Orlando right now in a couple of hours, and I'm here doing a fucking Raw review for you guys. I couldn't contain my anger anymore. I'm like, let it wither away overnight. I can't. I'm up at 7:30 in the fucking morning doing this shit. Unreal. Unfucking real. And then my phone blew up this morning with people asking me, "Oh, did you hear Dean Ambrose is leaving the WWE?" I don't fucking blame the guy. Do you? Dean Ambrose leaving WWE after WrestleMania. Good for him. Good for him. I wish him the best of luck in AEW. Chris Jericho even tweeted out during the Royal Rumble. He's keeping eyes on Ring of Honor, New Japan, WWE. I see you using all your nobodies. Listen, we only want 6 to 8 of your guys. Cut the shit. Yeah, but the AEW effect isn't a real thing, though, to the fucking trolls. Oh, what are you talking about, man? You know how many people I triggered by putting my name on Twitter as the Chief Information Officer of AEW? Do you know how many people I fucking triggered with that, where they go over to other fucking irrelevant podcasters and people in the community? "Oh, look at JD. He put AEW Chief Information Officer. He's looking to get a job from Cody. He wants to suck Nick Jackson's dick." I do it for a specific reason. It's to get it to you, or get the point across to you, that the AEW effect is real. It's real. Would Dean Ambrose be asking for his release if AEW wasn't a viable option? The answer is no. The answer is no. Where's he gonna go? Guy makes over $2 million a year in WWE. To fucking stand there and cut hokey fucking cheesy ass promos by him bending over with somebody in a fucking lab coat as he gets injected with fucking vaccines. This is Dean Ambrose's career in WWE. Then you want to know why Dean Ambrose wants to leave the WWE after WrestleMania. They offered him a new contract with a fucking raise, doubled, and he didn't take it. We'll talk about it. As soon as I get down to Orlando, I'm making a fucking video on this shit. Going off. The surroundings will be different. The microphone and camera will be same. But I do not blame him whatsoever. Now everything starts to make sense. Had to be a reason why he was eliminated by Aleister Black. Now, that's not really a knock on Aleister Black, but Aleister Black comes on in. He's a relatively unknown to the casual. And he eliminates, his only elimination really, was Dean Ambrose, a former WWE champion. A guy who just held the Intercontinental title just a couple of weeks ago. And then on Raw last night, he gets bullied by Nia Jax. People, the company is absolutely floundering right now with their hands in the air. They don't know what to do. The WWE does not know what to do. The WWE is sailing out to wherever the fuck they're going. They're sending out SOSs everywhere. They don't know what to fucking do. They don't know where to get help. They are absolutely fucking petrified right now, and I don't want to hear a single peep from anybody. If a guy like Dean Ambrose is asking for his release, a top star, a money guy in the company, and he's leaving over the reasons that I sit here and complain every fucking week, obviously, it points to what the issues are. And we're in a new era. Remember, a new era? I don't recall this new era giving me Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin for absolutely no reason. Where the fuck is EC3? Where's Lacey Evans? Where's Heavy Machinery? Where's Nikki Cross? This show should have been loaded up with new faces and new matchups. And this is the shit that we get. It's as if they didn't even fucking try. They left Chase Field and they said, fuck it. Fuck it. They went to sleep. They went out and partied over a semi-successful Royal Rumble. They woke up this morning and realized, well, yeah, we don't have a show. Let's just rehash the script from 6 weeks ago. You people need to open your fucking eyes, man. I don't know what to tell you anymore. I genuinely don't. This show was a fucking abomination amongst abominations. This company is absolutely fucking ridiculous in their way of thinking. Ridiculous. If Becky Lynch did not show up on this show last night and confront Ronda Rousey, this would have been a negative 10 out of 10 for Monday Night Raw. Nothing on this show was even fucking entertaining in the least. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'll tell you what was entertaining, though. The 2 fucking hours I reviewed the Royal Rumble. That was entertaining. If you guys missed that, link will be in the annotation that you see in the top right corner of your screen. Make sure you guys go and check that out, as well as Off the Script on Sunday, Royal Rumble Sunday. Ronda Rousey called out Dave Meltzer over reports of her personal life being leaked. On the New Day, what else is new? Interested in AEW? I would not be surprised in the least. All 3 of them. All 3 of them against the Young Bucks. You don't think they want that? Fuck out of here. Dean Ambrose is going to be fighting a Hangman Page for the AEW World title by the end of the year. AEW effect is in full effect, folks. It happened with Nakamura. Why do you think he was the United States champion for a second time Royal Rumble Sunday? Give me a break. It's real. You believe in ghosts? I do. I believe in the AEW effect. It's the same shit. Follow me on social media, folks, at JD from NY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for notifications. Twitter, like I mentioned, JD from NY206. Same thing as Instagram. I'm on Instagram a little bit more, posting clips from the show to entertain you guys over there. I'm trying to get my audience and business built up over there, man. Trying to hit 10,000 followers this year on Instagram. So if you could be so kind to go over there and follow me. Twitch as well, JD from New York. Trying to get about 10,000 followers on Twitch. If you guys want to support on Patreon, patreon.com/JD from NY206. It's optional, completely optional. And if you guys want to support, that is a very, very good way to go about supporting Off the Script, man. Let's hit the Monday Night Raw news and notes here. The show started off with Seth Rollins. He comes out, promised to not do what he was about to do, but he can't contain himself because it's like a fucking dog in heat. It really is. WrestleMania season, they can't help themselves. You know? The dog goes around humping people's legs. People in WWE go around pointing at the fucking WrestleMania logo. Rollins promised he wouldn't do it, but he has to, and he points up to the WrestleMania logo. Rollins mentions the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, who had a fantastic match against Finn Balor that went about 9 minutes. And Rollins says his WrestleMania opponent will be a very difficult decision, and he will need some time to think about it. So clearly, as we all know, the WWE machine is constantly running, And Triple H comes out and says that very thing. The WWE machine is constantly running. We need an answer now. Triple H is glad Rollins is living his dream, and he's glad he pointed up at the sign. I'd be glad if we got a good fucking Monday Night Raw, and a Raw without Corbin or Angle on it. Triple H brings up his recent challenge for Rollins to bring himself back. H knows what that dream is like, because it was his dream as well. Triple H jokes about getting emotional. He goes on giving Rollins props for being the one who won the Rumble. Triple H brings up Rollins' decision on who he will burn it down with at WrestleMania. He says Becky Lynch, winner of the Women's Royal Rumble, also has to make a decision tonight, or she will do that on SmackDown tomorrow, but it needs to be done. Triple H says Rollins has to make this decision tonight. The machine moves fast, so they need to know who it will be. You know, you got to get those social media likes up there to promote the match 2 months in advance. He didn't say that, but that's the logic there. He gives Rollins until the end of the night. I gave myself till 9 o'clock before I shut this shit off, and so did everybody else. End of the night, you'd be lucky if anybody made it past 8:30. Triple H needs Rollins to tell him whose ass he's going to kick at WrestleMania. Says Lesnar and Daniel Bryan are here. So, out comes Dean Ambrose. And I have not been a fan of heel Dean Ambrose. This shit has been absolutely god-awful. You want to know why he wants to leave WWE? I mean, look no further than mimicking Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. Same coat, comes out with the gas mask, comes out with Riot gear and Riot Squad members, as if he didn't just leave a group who was dressed in Riot gear. Ambrose hits the ring, has some words with Triple H and Rollins, calling Rollins a suck-up and a kiss-ass. Ambrose continues on and says he hopes Rollins wins at WrestleMania. Says the one person Rollins can't beat without help is Dean Ambrose. Ambrose wants a match with Rollins tonight. Wow, man, what a new era. Remember, folks, the new era is supposed to bring fresh matchups and new faces. Exhibit A. Fresh matchups. We've seen this match about 4 different fucking times already. Enough. I don't know who the fuck would be interested in this on Monday Night Raw again. Everybody, universally, I had people text me and all they said was, again? In capital letters, exclamation point, question mark. I throw my hands up in the air and I say, I don't have an answer for you. I don't have an answer for you. It's Monday night. Expect the worst. So, he wants a match with Seth Rollins tonight. Triple H laughs. He chuckles. And tells him to make the match now. Continues on. He wants the match now. Triple H goes to leave. He doesn't say anything. Microphone's still in his hand. Ambrose stops him. And says, well, I see you're leaving. Do you have to go get permission from your father-in-law first? Triple H stops. He stands up, puts the microphone to his mouth, and there's a huge yes he does chant happening in the arena. So Triple H doesn't say anything. He says, get a referee out here right now. And we got ourselves a Dean Ambrose Seth Rollins match, which we thought was all over when Dean Ambrose lost the title to Bobby Lashley. Man, were we wrong. Well, I think a blithering idiot with an IQ of 4 would understand the logic of this match. There's no reason behind it. Seth Rollins just won the Royal Rumble. I do not expect Seth Rollins to lose going into a match with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And that's exactly what happened here. Rollins did not lose. Rollins wins with a really ridiculous looking fucking curb stomp. It's as if Dean Ambrose was just waiting there like, hi, I'd like to be curb stomped, please. Anytime now, I'm not paid by the hour. He's just standing there like this, puts his head down, and then he oversells it as if he's the fucking Rock, taking a Stone Cold Stunner. This was ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. And then you want to know why the guy wants to leave WWE, why he marched right to the fucking back after the Royal Rumble and said, I'm not signing with this fucking company in April. Done. Rollins brings it back into the ring after a few minutes on the outside. Misses a frog splash. Ambrose rolls out of the way. Ambrose, with a 2 count, goes for the cover. Rollins blocks dirty deeds. Rollins goes on, hits the ripcord knee. Then he goes for a buckle bomb. Rollins drops Ambrose to one knee with a kick. Cranks up the stomp. And like I said, Ambrose was like, hey man, I'd like to take a stomp on my way out of WWE, please. Literally bowed down his head and was waiting to take the stomp, and that's exactly what happened. Ridiculous. Rollins wins in what was a match that should not have even been to open this show. Man, they are squeezing the juice out of every one of those fucking oranges, man. There's nothing more to squeeze. I think Raw right now, after last night, Jesus fucking Christ, how anyone could be excited going into the Elimination Chamber. And then when you get to the Elimination Chamber, and realize, wow, there's no build. There's no build for this show. Why is this show so lackluster? Why don't I care about this show? You're going to reference this particular episode of Monday Night Raw, and then I want you to ask yourself, well, why? Exhibit B. Raw on January 28th, 2019. After the match, Rollins stands tall. He walks up the ramp. Ambrose takes a chair, sits in the ring with a microphone, and it was about to pour his heart out. He was about to go off the cuff, and then all the words that came out of his mouth. Well, when I first signed with the WWE, and they cut him right off. Which was kind of interesting now, looking back at it, and then hearing the news this morning. Was that actually scripted into the show? I wonder why. I wonder if that was scripted into the show, with Ambrose taking the steel chair, sitting in the ring, and about to pour his heart out to Phoenix. You know, when I first signed with the WWE, and then Nia Jax and Tamina cut him off. I don't know what was going on there. So it's going to be a very interesting story to follow up. And as soon as I get down to Orlando this afternoon, I'm going to try and do my research on the plane. And we'll probably get a video out as soon as I land. So that's a very interesting development there. Now, like I said, looking back at Monday Night Raw and then waking up this morning to news of Dean Ambrose wanting to leave WWE in April when his contract is up. We get a women's tag team title qualifying Elimination Chamber match. Tamina Snuka and Nia Jax. I think we've seen enough Tamina and Nia for a weekend. Against Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. You know, this is why I wanted a tournament. This is why I wanted a tournament aspect that would build to WrestleMania. WWE could space these things out. You could have one match happen on Raw, one match happen on SmackDown, and you could have fun with it. You could include some NXT talents maybe get Kyrie and Io in there. In typical WWE fashion, there's 3 weeks before the Elimination Chamber, and WWE is going to rush to get every single team into a qualifying match so that they can get into the chamber, and then we're going to get these teams that don't even make fucking sense. Now, Mickie and Alexa make sense, being that they were paired for most of 2018. Nia and Tamina make sense because they've been a duo for a little bit now. But based on the happenings that we've seen, not only at the Rumble, but in situations that were happening all along the months, October, November, December, with Tamina and Nia Jax, we kind of knew who was going to be in the chamber out of these two teams. So the match, to me, why would anybody go out of their way when the result of this match is pretty well known already? That's my logic behind this. Why would I care? Why would I care? No matter how good Alexa Bliss and Mickie James are to some of you, I don't find them to be a factor into anything. They've seen their day, especially Alexa Bliss. And being that WWE just cleared Alexa Bliss from multiple concussions, another reason why I don't think they would have put Alexa Bliss in the Elimination Chamber is for that specific reason. So, Tamina and Nia, it was never in doubt that they would not be in the Elimination Chamber. Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka win here. Jax gets both opponents on her shoulders. Double Samoan drop. Jax covers Mickey for the pin and the win. They get an Elimination Chamber spot. Who cares? Who cares? I would not be going about this Elimination Chamber match. There's more important things to do with the Elimination Chamber outside of a women's tag team title match. And what is the ruling of this Elimination Chamber? Is it going to be like those stupid tag team battle royals that WWE does? Where all the tag teams are in the ring, and if one member of the tag team gets eliminated and thrown over the top rope, then both members of the tag team are eliminated? How stupid is that? Honestly. Drew McIntyre, I remember clear as day, Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler were in a tag team battle royal. I forgot what situation it was for. Maybe it was for a tag team title shot. I don't know what Monday Night Raw it was, but I remember clear as day it was Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler got eliminated. This is when they were first paired together. Ziggler got eliminated. Drew McIntyre looked around as if like, what the fuck? I'm still in the ring. Why am I eliminated when he was the one who went over the top rope? How are they going to do this in the Elimination Chamber? Both members are going to be in the pods. Then both members are released from the pods. And if you get one pinfall on a team member, then both are eliminated. Is that the way they're going to go about it? If so, why? This is the best you can come up with. Folks, this company lacks intelligence. I don't know who the fuck... If Vince McMahon is really this fucking blind, if Vince McMahon is really this fucking just completely out of it, that don't even make sense. Everything I just uttered to you doesn't even make a fucking lick of common sense. So if Sasha and Bayley are in the Elimination Chamber tag team title match and Bayley gets eliminated, Sasha's done. Sasha didn't get pinned. Sasha could be in the corner fucking fighting Nia Jax. Bayley can get a riot kick from Ruby Riott, and they're gone. Makes sense, right? Yeah. I can't wait to see this fucking disaster on February 17th, or whenever the fuck the chamber is. I don't know why this is happening on Monday Night Raw. Dasha Fuentes, I need a recharge on my battery. Angle, how did you fare in the Royal Rumble? Dasha, Android 13.3, is talking to Kurt Angle about tonight's match with Baron Corbin. Now, these two didn't even cross paths in the Royal Rumble. Why is this on my television? Where Cody is being blasted by these unintelligent fucking... These unintelligent fucking cretins. Cody's being blasted by these fucking disgusting, virgin, pimply-faced cretins on social media. Coming out of the AEW press conference about the wins and losses, right? Wins and losses are going to be a big deal in AEW. Matches are going to matter on AEW. And this is what we get. You're okay with this, though, right? Why blast something like that and a statement like that and then be okay with this? Please, elaborate. Elaborate. I'd love to know. I'd love to know. I have nothing for you. I'm drawing a blank. Now, this match is happening because Angle said it's been a while to get over the last time this happened and the last match with Drew McIntyre. And Angle says Corbin should be worried. Corbin should be worried about Kurt Angle when he was already put away by Drew McIntyre? Corbin should be worried about Kurt Angle when he didn't even last 4 minutes in the Royal Rumble? Why? Well, Baron Corbin, rather, should be worried. When Angle didn't last 4 minutes in the Royal Rumble. I don't really understand the logic behind this. This was WWE. Honestly, not even they were not even trying. They were not even trying. Honestly. This is like having sex with a 500-pound behemoth. What could you possibly do? You know, you like to roll around in bed. You like to fucking have some fun, right? You like a woman who's who's flexible, who likes to toss around. You like to have fun, right? Different positions. This is you literally laying on your back with this fucking sweat hog laying on top of you. There's nothing that you could do. At this point, you know your life is fucking done. You're pretty much in the deepest state of depression that you could possibly ever have as a human being. And you know that you may end up fucking dying at the end of the evening. That's what this is. I don't know. At this point, I think people just mass turn their tele. If Monday Night Raw does not suffer the lowest rating that I've ever seen, just based on this and what was to come after this, I would be legitimately floored. Baron Corbin ends up winning. Deep 6 for the pin. Any other questions? Class dismissed. After the match, Corbin has his arm raised. Corbin comes back into the ring and attacks, dropping Angle with End of Days. Who cares? It was my end of days. It was my end of Monday night after this fucking match. Finn Balor's backstage walking slowly. He's seen shaking hands with Rhino, Heath Slater, and Apollo Crews. I wonder why. After his match with Lesnar, he's probably going to be welcomed back into the catering department with open arms. He also gets a nod from Heavy Machinery and a hug from Sasha Banks and Bayley. Lucky man. Back in the ring, Balor comes out. Doesn't do his Balor-like entrance. Got a nice little leather jacket on with the red Balor logo on the back. Comes out wearing a red t-shirt and black jeans with gray dress shoes. Yes, I was paying attention to Balor's wardrobe on this evening. He looked like he was being, it looked like he was walking into a fucking funeral, to be honest with you. Balor talks about taking it to Lesnar. Says he will make no excuses. Lesnar beat him. Then Lesnar beat him again. Balor says he never felt speed like it, power like it, certainly never saw it combined like that. Now, I made mention on my Royal Rumble review that, and I don't think it's confirmed, but after the main event, or the main event segment, the last segment on this show, I guess it is all but confirmed. But WWE really hasn't made a statement yet, or at least Rollins hasn't stated that I'm going after Lesnar. So there may still be a chance. The post-match attack I mentioned on my Royal Rumble review with Lesnar attacking Balor after he won, legitimately out of nowhere, for no reason. Balor fought hard, Lesnar got pissed, and he attacked and suplexed him, F5'd him, whatever. Gotta be a reason to book that when Bryan, Punk, and Styles did the same thing, and there was no post-match attack there. I don't remember if there's one on Punk. I don't believe there was. If there was, someone correct me. But Styles and Bryan, there was no post-match attack on Bryan, but there was a post-match attack on Finn Balor. Now, if Rollins wanted to do the Bryan match, which, Triple H alluded to, and they had Daniel Bryan there, and he alluded to it as well, they could certainly do that. That would make Rollins and Bryan for the WWE Championship. Styles could probably move over to Monday Night Raw, and we could get the Demon coming back and testing his fate again, trying to create another miracle as the Demon, Finn Balor, against Brock Lesnar. The Demon versus the Beast. It's a nice setup. But I don't think they're going to go that route. And I don't think they're going to go that route after what we've seen tonight, or last night rather, on Monday Night Raw. I'm still in Monday night phase on this Tuesday morning early. Balor says that he's hurt. He's not out here with his head held low. I am every Monday night, Finn Balor. I hold my head low on Monday nights because I am just so embarrassed to be watching this shit with anybody on Monday night. He's out here with his head held high, because of what he did last night. Lesnar beat him and beat him again because he made Lesnar believe. I believe Monday Night Raw will accumulate the lowest ratings in company history on Thursday morning. Out comes Bobby Trashley, someone who I took great joy in getting eliminated in 3 seconds. Yeah, there's your Intercontinental Champion, folks. 3 seconds of an elimination in the Royal Rumble. Lio Rush takes the microphone and says it's a disgrace that a twerp like Balor got a title shot against Lesnar. Rush says we all know Balor almost beat Lesnar last night, but Balor wouldn't stand the chance at beating Lashley. You see, lines like that don't make any fucking sense. Zero. What makes anybody believe? I don't give a fuck how legit he looks. Just based on what we see week to week with Monday Night Raw, what makes anybody believe that Bobby Lashley is any better than Finn Balor? What? Nothing. Nothing. And Balor had a damn good showing against Brock Lesnar. And if he had that good of a showing against Brock Lesnar, I'm sure he could easily handle a Bobby Lashley. Fuck out of here, man. Those types of lines being scripted into the promo just fucking irk the shit out of me. You're already discrediting what he did. And don't give me it's a heel thing. You're already discrediting what he did when we all know what he did was fucking great. That's what I don't get. Rush says Lashley is bigger, faster, stronger than Lesnar will ever be. Man, the drugs that Rush is on a week-to-week basis, man, you gotta pass him over, man. I want to feel as sedated and I want to feel on cloud 9 like this guy is on Monday nights, man. The guy obviously is on some type of medication to be spewing garbage like this. It is unreal. Fans are giving him the what treatment. Rush says last night's beating is nothing compared to what Lashley would do to Balor. Balor taunts Lashley for his quick Rumble match appearance. Lashley decks Balor and chokeslams him into the mat. Lashley then stands over Balor and drives him down again. Lashley drops Balor for a third time. And this was met with absolutely nothing but funeral-like silence. There's your Intercontinental Champion, folks. There's your Intercontinental Champion, Bobby Trashley. Awesome. I can't wait for a snooze fest. I guess that the Intercontinental title is going to be a consolation. If this is the match at WrestleMania, man, my God. What polar opposites for Finn Balor. Well, maybe Balor didn't suffer the AEW effect for putting him in a match or a feud with fucking Bobby Lashley. You know what? Get the title on Balor. Get the title on Balor. This is what they got to do. Fuck this Bobby Lashley. This guy's a fucking imbecile. Guy's a fucking idiot. God awful. Couldn't even bring my fucking grandmother, my 97-year-old grandmother, to a fucking smile. Bobby Lashley. This is what they got to do here. If this is the direction they're going, this is what they got to do. Take the title off Lashley, give it to Balor, and when Balor is the IC champion, you feud him with Kevin Owens. And you feud him with Kevin Owens, and you have a great mid-card feud on Monday Night Raw. That's what you do. Either Owens or Zayn. One or the other. Or if you want to do Owens and Rollins when he wins the Universal Championship, and then you do Zayn versus Balor, I'll take either one. I'll take either one. Those two feuds right there are infinitely times better than whatever we have seen on this show in the last 12 months. Complete fucking garbage. Moving on here, man. After this Lashley segment that bored everybody to fucking tears, we go to a tag team match with the Revival versus Zack Ryder and Curt Hawkins. Now, I love the fact that they're at least trying here with Ryder and Hawkins. I didn't expect Ryder and Hawkins to win, but I don't have any faith still in the tag team division at all. Nobody cared. There was not a fucking peep from this crowd. Completely dead for all four guys. And that's to be expected. That is to be expected. You know, Rome wasn't built in one night. This is going to take a very long time for WWE to build back up their tag team division. And this is their own fault. When they wonder why it's not getting the reaction, well, we're giving them what we want. Or we're giving them, rather, what they want. What more do they want from us? We're doing exactly what they want. Yeah, but Zack Ryder's been on one Monday Night Raw all 2018. He's been on more Raws this year than he was all last year. I wonder why. Curt Hawkins has lost 260 straight matches. When was the last time he was in anything meaningful on Monday Night Raw? This is going to take a very long time to build a tag team division back up to a point where people actually legitimately care. And the Revival is a team to do it if you take the fucking handcuffs off them and let them do what they did in NXT. Now, the only thing you have to do is give them opponents that they could legitimately work with. Zack Ryder and Curt Hawkins are not those guys. Now, if you put teams like the Undisputed Era and the War Raiders on Monday Night Raw and you let them do what they did at TakeOver, there's no doubt in my mind that this would be a little bit more of a quicker process to get the tag team division back to a respectable state. I said the same thing with the Cruiserweights. Say the same thing every fucking time. You put a Buddy Murphy or a Mustafa Ali match on Monday Night Raw and let them go 20 minutes like they usually go on 205 Live, and there's no way that crowd, especially after a Royal Rumble, where you got a mix of hardcore and casual fans, there's no way that the crowd is not going to appreciate that type of in-ring quality. This is not the best way to go about it. You can't be taking Zack Ryder and Curt Hawkins, throwing them out there with the Revival and expect any type of fucking reaction. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. The Revival wins here. I didn't expect Hawkins to get his first win yet. It's a storyline intertwined in this new team of Ryder and Hawkins. Not new, but it's old, but it hasn't been done in forever. They even highlighted the fact that they were tag teams, or a tag team, back in the day, but they lost to the Shatter Machine, and that was the right outcome here. There's no other way to go about it. The Revival win, but what the fuck does it matter to anybody? Oh, look, they got a win on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, things are looking up for the Revival. Yeah, no, not yet. No, we're still on stormy seas, folks. We'll be there for a little bit. Revival win. Daniel Bryan is walking with Rowan backstage. Charlie Caruso stops both of them for comments. Charlie brings up Rowan helping Bryan at the Royal Rumble and asks if Bryan has what it takes to beat Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. What type of questioning is this? I would have beat AJ Styles at the Royal Rumble with or without Rowan's help. Bryan accuses Rollins of celebrating air pollution when he burns it down every night. I legitimately LOL'd at this line. That was fantastic. I love this new Daniel Bryan is legitimately the best thing on WWE television, right? There's not even anything close. Outside of Becky Lynch, there's nothing better than Daniel Bryan. Bryan says if Rollins picks him, he won't wait until WrestleMania. He will end Rollins' hope tonight. Bryan and Eric Rowan walk off. I guess this is the new Eric Rowan. Just wait for it. Elias is in the ring with his guitar. Every time he strums that guitar, I cringe a little more each and every week. The guy is an absolute fucking novelty act. The guy literally has all the talent in the world to be something so much more, and WWE has held him down for over a year, and then you idiots pander to WWE. Oh, Elias is so great. Elias is the best thing on Monday Night Raw. What does he do that makes you smile every week? He comes out and he strums his fucking guitar. Hello, I am Elias. WWE stands for... I could think of several more things that WWE stands for than Walk with Elias. So he's in the ring. He has a new song. He asked everyone to shut their mouths, but the music interrupts, and out comes Jeff Jarrett with his own guitar. The old school double J music. Jeff, J-A, yeah, you know the shit. Jarrett calls Elias slapnuts and brings up how Elias smashed him with a guitar in the Rumble. Jarrett says Elias better not worry about having a problem with the fans because he's got a problem with Double J. Jarrett spells his name and walks out to the ramp. And out comes Road Dogg wearing a Becky Lynch The Man t-shirt. Dog speaks from the stage. And if we know why SmackDown sucks last night, it's because he walked into Monday Night Raw and was just diseased. Incurable disease. Now I have no hope for SmackDown Live on Tuesday. Road Dogg has been poisoned. So if SmackDown sucks, you can reference this show. Because he came out on Monday Night Raw. He was just infested with whatever the fuck they got going on over there. Dog speaks from the stage. Says that Elias should play with himself on his own time. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Got to get himself over. That was more over than this entire segment. Suck it. Fans chant holy shit. This is not a holy shit moment, folks. This is not a time for a holy shit chant. Dog asks them to stop because this is a Dog asks them to stop because this is a family show. Oh my God. Road Dogg, please. Please. Bro. Yeah, it's a family show. I don't know what family's watching this fucking horrendous garbage. I would not subject my kids to this shit, man. I swear to God, when I have kids, I will not be... at that point, I hope WWE's changed for the better, and Vince is gone. But if I have kids now, I would not even be bringing them or subjecting them to this fucking garbage. Family show, keep it as a family show, because I ain't showing my fucking family. Dog calls for the music, so they hit the classic With My Baby Tonight single. Dog heads to the ring, and he starts dancing with Renee on the way there. And Renee is just pulling out dance moves by the announce desk. Everybody having a good time. Yeah, our show sucks, but let's start dancing. You know, with my baby tonight. You fucking kidding me? When did this turn into one big fucking party? Remember, we got a fucking pay-per-view in 3 weeks. Yeah, we're seeing this fucking garbage. Oh, don't take everything too seriously. There's a pay-per-view in 3 weeks where we're crowning the first ever women's tag team champions. And I'm sure Daniel Bryan's opponent for the Elimination Chamber. Yeah, we're singing With My Baby Tonight. It wasn't good then, and it wasn't good now. Anyway, this all leads to Elias and Jarrett in the ring. They start throwing down. Jarrett fights back. He grabs a guitar, but Elias decks him and smashes him with the guitar again. We just had this happen in the Rumble. You mean to tell me that WWE wrote a brand new script? Oh, how can we change what we did in the Royal Rumble? We'll do that, but we'll add Road Dogg and he can sing With My Baby Tonight. Isn't that a great idea, Vince? Unbelievable. The lack of effort on this show is absolutely man. If I walk through life this defeated, if I walk through life this unmotivated to produce any content, man, I'd be out of a job. I'd be living in a cardboard box on the side of the fucking street. Dana Brooke and Natalya. This is the tag team. You want the tag team titles, right? Here you go. You're seeing the first glimpse of what they're gonna do. And then people are arguing with me, oh, they should be on one show. Really now? So what, we get teams like fucking Natalya and Dana Brooke? Yeah, why don't you shut your fucking mouth? Don't ever speak to me in that tone again, motherfucker. Oh, no, they should be on one show. It's not gonna work on 2 shows. Yeah, because Dana Brooke and Natalya is such a blow-away team, right? You fucking idiots. So we get this match against Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. The right team won here. Natalya and Dana Brooke. Can you imagine? Can you imagine them taking Dana Brooke out of catering for one pay-per-view? I don't think she'd know what to do with herself. She may suffer a deep fucking dark depression. Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan. Why ain't Ruby Riott on this fucking team? I don't know. Why isn't it Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott? Again, I don't know. And again, the ruling of the Elimination Chamber, I don't know what the fuck they're going to do, but I mentioned it before. This looks like it's got catastrophe written all over it. So, we go from that to probably the best thing on the entire show. Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey comes out, cuts one of the worst promos she's ever cut, and then coincidentally cuts the best promo that she's ever cut 20 minutes later, after a match with Bayley. Rousey comes out, points to the WrestleMania sign. This was fucking terrible. I absolutely had to turn my way in embarrassment for Ronda Rousey because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know what was going on here. It looked like she was either completely flustered with the crowd, didn't know what to do. She was put in a moment in which she didn't know what to fucking do because she didn't expect that type of reaction. Honey, it's WrestleMania season. You're not the one people want. You are the champion. You are the villain. Not officially, but you are the villain in this story. People want Becky. You got to warm up to the idea. She stood there and she tried to figure out what was going on. And the crowds were so pro-Becky that when she put the microphone to her hand, she just stood there waiting and waiting and waiting. And someone probably in the back gave her a fucking cue for Bayley to come on out. She just looked like she forgot everything that she wanted to say. This looked terrible. Absolutely terrible. And then when you start a promo with this, if you can't dream big, ridiculous dreams, then what's the point of dreaming at all? Honey, I wish and dream for a Monday Night Raw that makes fucking sense on a week-to-week basis. Our dreams are that. Dreams. They aren't real. They aren't real. The reality that people want you over Becky is nothing more than a fucking dream. Fans chant for Becky. Loud Becky chants going off. Rousey goes to speak again, but she's a bit flustered, it looks like. Absolutely. Out comes Bayley. Bayley wants a match with Ronda Rousey, because Ronda Rousey's got this thing. After every major pay-per-view, she's going to have an open challenge. So we get Sasha, and then WWE's like, well, Sasha brought it to a great match. Let's do Bayley. So we get a unadvertised Raw Women's Championship match, Ronda Rousey versus Bayley. Not bad. But nowhere close to what Sasha did with Ronda Rousey at the Royal Rumble. Ronda Rousey wins, obviously. Ronda Rousey wins here. Rousey, at the end of this thing, Rousey's in the corner and climbs up for Bayley climbs up for a superplex on Ronda Rousey. Rousey slides down, hits Bayley with strikes, and sends her to the mat with an armbar. Nice transition there. It was a nice move there. After Bayley was going for the superplex, and Ronda pulls her off and just right into the armbar. Wrenched the arm back, and that was it. Bayley taps out. After the match, this was legitimately one of the moments that we're going to look back on Monday Night Raw in 2019 and say, man, that was a fucking good moment. This was fucking absolutely epic. Absolutely epic. Becky Lynch comes out. Ronda Rousey standing in the ring. And Becky limps to the ring, selling the effects of the Royal Rumble. Good. Attention to detail. Bayley exits. Becky's in the ring. The man is back on Raw. Becky tells Ronnie she warned her she would find a way back to her and says she's been hearing about this baddest woman on the planet for a while now. Fans start booing Ronda Rousey. Becky says the last time she came to Raw, she dropped Rousey right there. And she pointed to the exact location where she dropped Ronda Rousey. And even after that, Rousey never came looking for Becky to prove she's the baddest. So Becky has come looking for Ronnie to prove that she's not the baddest. Fans chant Becky over and over again. Ronda, at this point, from dreaming to fucking anger. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Becky has come looking for Ronnie. Becky picks Rousey for WrestleMania. It's not that difficult. Crowd breaks out to a loud old Daniel Bryan yes chant. She's going to break Rousey's mystique, take her title, and kick her ass in front of the whole world at WrestleMania. They face off as a kick her ass chant is chanted in the ring. In the crowd, rather. Rousey grabs a microphone, and this was great. I don't know if this was off the cuff or if this was scripted, but man, was this is the fucking Ronda we need to see and nothing else. Enough of this dreaming fucking fairy tale, just fangirl bullshit. This is what we need right here. Rousey takes the microphone And she wants the whole world to hear this. Rousey asks, how's the leg doing? Because she wants the best version of Becky when she gets Becky. Rousey says everyone knows she has the ability to kill Becky without breaking a sweat, and the only thing stopping her is the decision not to. Rousey says they are the same age, and while Becky was training, Rousey was dominating a sport that didn't even want women in the main event. She goes on about how she's been a household name for a decade and says she will own Becky at WrestleMania. This was fucking absolutely phenomenal. And I have one thing to say, and I will not speak on this because the entire fucking thing spoke for itself. After this fucking promo, after this, I'm glad, by the way, they did not touch. I swear to fucking Christ, if these two touch before WrestleMania, someone in that company needs termination as quick as I could fucking breathe. These two do not touch. These two do not get put into a fucking tag team match on the road to WrestleMania. Nothing. The end of this needs to be a contract signing, UFC style. I'm getting that out there right now. They do not even touch a fucking fingernail on each other. After watching this, I don't know who, outside Vince McMahon, because he's a fucking goon, I don't know who would want Charlotte in the main event making this a triple threat match. What these two women did when Becky came out there, and you seen the reaction that she got when she stepped up to Ronda, and Ronda cut that promo. I want to ask you all a legitimate question. Is Charlotte even needed? What these two women did was tell WWE management that Charlotte isn't needed in the WrestleMania main event. Charlotte can have Asuka. Have at it. This is Becky and Ronda. Now, it's going to be another thing. It's going to be a very telling sign if WWE can keep this momentum up all the way till WrestleMania. We got till April 7th, April 8th, WrestleMania. I hope WWE could keep this as hot as it was on Monday night. This was fucking phenomenal. Absolutely epic. A needle in a haystack on this shit episode of Monday Night Raw. Fantastic stuff. That's got me fucking hyped as a motherfucker for WrestleMania. Braun Strowman, I gotta get the fuck out of here, man. Braun Strowman versus Drew McIntyre. Who the fuck cares? Strowman won by DQ. After the bell, Corbin is out there with a steel chair. He attacks Braun Strowman with Drew McIntyre, literally like I ranted in the beginning. The same fucking beatdown that they did to him before he went to go get surgery. Oh, but this was a great Monday Night Raw, though, right? Anyway, closing this thing out, Heyman's in the ring. He introduces himself and Lesnar. Heyman looked a little perturbed. So, Heyman says that this would be the easiest decision of Rollins' life. Heyman says Rollins has one option here, and there's no other option for Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. The only option that Rollins has is Daniel Bryan. That's it. Heyman says this is for Rollins' own good. Heyman goes on and says the last thing Rollins wants to do is get into a fight with the Beast. And then the music interrupts, and out comes Rollins. Rollins gets right in Lesnar's face, but Lesnar just laughs at him. Gotta love Lesnar's laugh, man. Rollins attacks first, goes to work on Lesnar, but Lesnar catches him mid-move. The stomp, and drops him with a big F5, 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 F5. 6 fucking F5s in the middle of the ring. Now, this was the same shit that we usually see, but man, did Rollins sell those fucking F5s. Those were some of the best F5s I think I've seen Lesnar do to anybody, period. And that was the way Monday Night Raw went off the air. Now, they didn't make it official. I'm guessing this beatdown of Lesnar is something that you could look at in two ways. One, it wasn't made official. Well, I guess maybe in some idiot's eyes, because Rollins attacked Lesnar, but he was being called out. But he didn't physically say, I am confirming I am fighting Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, we all assume. Or Lesnar is just being Lesnar and attacking somebody because he could do whatever the fuck he wants. Now, we don't know. We don't know, but I'm not sure if WWE hyped this up on social media yet or if they've made it official via their social media platforms. I don't know. Now, we're all assuming that it's going to be Rollins and Lesnar, so I'm guessing that we should all just go with what we've seen here on Monday Night Raw, because nothing else realistically makes sense. Nothing. I mean, Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins is a nice little thought for WrestleMania, but Rollins has been dropping Lesnar's name for months, and he has unfinished business. There's a story there that could easily be picked up right where they left off, you know? And Lesnar has not beaten Seth Rollins. He's the only member of the Shield that he has not beaten one-on-one. So they have a story to tell there. So there's no doubt in my mind it's going to be Rollins, but I just don't think it is official yet. It's official based on the happenings in the closing segment, but it's not really official as far as wording coming from Seth Rollins' mouth. Other than that, the F5s look great. Same shit. Monday Night Raw was god-awful, and Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey proved to everybody that Charlotte is not needed in the main event. If you think that Charlotte is going to enhance that match after what we've seen, or rather, she'll enhance the match. If you think Charlotte is needed to add to the match, I should say, better wording, you don't need it. Becky and Ronda can handle all of it after last night, believe me. I'm getting out of here, guys. Thank you so very much. I got a pack for Orlando. I'll see you guys down there. I will be tweeting out where I'm going to be doing a meet and greet. It's going to be on the campus of Full Sail Miller's Ale House at 1 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon, right before the taping for NXT, man. So I'll see you guys down there. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. Check out my Royal Rumble review, link in the annotation, like I said, and off the script for Sunday's episode, part 2, episode 258. And I'll be back hopefully later today with some Dean Ambrose news and the SmackDown review live from Orlando, Florida, man. Thank you guys so very much. I'm getting out of here. Hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you all right back here for more content this week following the Royal Rumble. I'll talk to you guys later.